Good morning, students, and welcome back to the next class. So, close your eyes and have a prayer. Okay, yesterday we were discussing about the different organelles present in the cell, like lysosomes. They are called also known as suicidal bodies, and then we studied about mitochondria. Mitochondria is a double-layered structure. I drew it on the board. It's a double-layered structure, outer and inner membrane. This is the outer membrane and inner membrane. The outer membrane has so many pores, openings are there, so many small openings, and for the exchange of materials. The inner membrane, this is the inner one. Inner one membrane is having so many infoldings to increase the surface area. The function of mitochondria you already studied. It is the part of the cell where energy is produced. Energy is stored in a substance actually called ATP. ATP is produced inside the mitochondria, and ATP, so it is known as the powerhouse of the cell. And other than the nucleus, two structures are having DNA or its own DNA. So mitochondria also has its own DNA. That is where we stopped last class. Next one is plastids. Plastid means inside the cell again, colored structures present in the plant cell, they are known as plastids. So plastids are colored structures present in the plant cell. There are two types of plastids. One type of plastid is green colored. Green colored plastids are called chloroplast. So usually you can see the green color of the leaf and the green color of the part of the plant is because of chloroplast. So chloroplast is the green plastid, and then you can see the leaf may show other colors also, yellowish color, and you can see reddish color, and this is also because of other pigments. So the names are not given in the textbook. So chloroplast green colored, other colors are also found in the plastids. Then again one more type of plastid is there, and that is called leucoplast. This is chloroplast. Second type is leucoplast. So leucoplast function is a storage part of the storage plastid, meaning it stores various food materials like starch, oils, proteins. Starch, oil and protein, this kind of food substance are stored in a plastid. Those plastids are called leucoplast. So plastid means the structure which contain chloroplast or other pigments. Then two types are there. One type is called chloroplast, which contain different pigments, usually green color of the plant is because of chloroplast. And the second type is called leucoplast. Second type leucoplast main function is storage of various food materials like oil, protein, etc. So this is also a part of the cell which contains organelle of the cell which contain DNA. So other than a nucleus, DNA is present in two organelles. One is a plastid and the second one is mitochondria. Now this is all about if you examine a plastid, it is having a membranous covering. In the higher class you will study. So many membranous parts are there inside. So this there is this part is called stroma and stroma with so many membranous vesicles. These are membranous vesicles. Membranous vesicles. So that is also there in the. So a chloroplast, when under the microscope, if you examine, you can see it is having a covering membrane with so many membranous vesicles, and the inside what is called a stroma, cytoplasm പോലെ തന്നെ ഇവിടെ ഒരു stroma area is there. In that one, these vesicles are there. So it looks like that. So that is all about chloroplast. Next important structure present in the cell is vacuoles. So you know vacuoles, there is no cytoplasm inside this one. Cytoplasm, without cytoplasm, so many empty looking spaces are there, and this one is actually not empty. There is no cytoplasm. These are called vacuoles. These vacuoles in plants, they are very big. Plants, if you examine, the vacuoles are very big. It may consume a bulk of the cell, meaning very big vacuole. This is the nucleus. Cytoplasm. This is a vacuole. It consumes almost 80 to 90% of the cell is made up of vacuole, 50 to 90. So 50 to 90% of the cell is consuming this vacuole. And these vacuoles and contain in plants, it contains a substance liquid inside, not cytoplasm. It is called cell sap. And this actually helps the plant to absorb water. So many, it's concentrated, this cell sap is having stored substances like sugars, amino acids, etc. So the cell sap contains sugar, amino acids are used for making proteins. So these kind of substances are there, and these amino acids and sugars, it make the cell sap concentrated. So water can easily get inside by osmosis because this is becoming a hypotonic solution. So meaning more concentrated, the cell will become turgid because of the entry of water, which you already studied. So that is all about. Again in amoeba, you can see vacuoles are there. If you examine amoeba, two type of vacuoles are there, the nucleus, but vacuoles are smaller. Vacuoles are there. As more and more water enter into the cell, you can see these small vacuoles, it will become big. As it become very big, these vacuoles become big, so slowly it will move to the edge of the cell and it will be sent out. So the waste materials of the cell sent out through some vacuoles, and you can see it is consuming food. After taking the food will be taken inside. You might have already studied how they are taking food. For example, a food particle is here, a small organism. It will encircle the food by using the pseudopodia. These projections are called pseudopodia, and the food will be encircled with water. So they are living in water also. So this is called food vacuole. So this kind of vacuoles are present in amoeba. Two type of vacuoles are there: food vacuole and contractile vacuole. Food vacuole, where the food is digested, again the waste is sent out. Contractile vacuole mainly for excretion, removal of waste materials that produced in the cell. So these are the different type of vacuoles present in plants and animals. Larger vacuoles in plants, smaller vacuoles in animals. In all the animal vacuoles are there, small vacuoles are there in all the animal cells also. So now next class you have to find out the organelles, which, for example, two organelles other than nucleus which contain DNA or genetic material. Some questions are given here. So then you try to answer that one. And very simple questions, you can answer those questions. And another important assignment I want to give is try to find out the difference between plant cell and animal cell. One or two difference just I mentioned now itself, and you can find out more differences. At least 3 differences you have to find out. So that is all for the day. We will be doing the exercise in the next session. Okay.